I try very hard to not spend a lot of time on this program talking about Barack Hussein Obama because he's such a bad president and he's such an evildoer in his behavior. And he's not intelligent. He's just not a smart man. He is a gifted man, right? But he's not a smart man. There are many people who have great giftings, but they're not wise. They're foolish. And he disgusts me. I mean, while the blood is still wet on the ground from innocent victims who died at the hand of Muslim Islamic terrorists, he's doing the wave with communists, and then he's off doing the tango in Argentina. I'll come back to that in a minute, but I want you to listen. He spoke to a bunch of young people in Argentina about the communism and capitalism. Listen to this.
In the past, there's been a sharp division between left and right, between capitalist and communist or socialist. And especially in the Americas, that's been a big debate, right? You're a capitalist Yankee dog, and you're some crazy communist that's going to take away everybody's property. And I mean, those are interesting intellectual arguments, but I think for your generation, you should be practical and just choose from what works. You don't have to worry about whether it neatly fits into socialist theory or capitalist theory. You should just decide what works.
It's an interesting intellectual argument. Find out what works. Find out what works. Is he familiar with the history of communism? With the brutality? With the murder? Well, that worked. Well, we got their property, didn't we? Yeah. We broke the back of the monarchy, the czars. We were able to kill the whole family. We killed a lot of people. Killed tens of millions of people, in fact. But communism works, by golly. We've got the redistribution of wealth. It's not an interesting intellectual argument. It's about history. It's about right and wrong, good and evil. Okay? Communist theory is self-consciously anti-Christian. So for him to say just pick what works is ludicrous. But listen to this next one. We'll go play that clip.
And I said this to President Castro in Cuba. I said, look, you've made great progress in educating young people. Every child in Cuba gets a basic education. That's a huge improvement from where it was. Medical care. The life expectancy of Cubans is equivalent to the United States, despite it being a very poor country, because they have access to health care. That's a huge achievement.
This is great. I told him, you've done a good job. Hey, but let me tell you something right now. If you made a prison work camp, I've been in a prison work camp. If you had a prison work camp and you forced all the children in the camp to go to school, they're going to be smart. And if you had doctors inside of the prison facility, people can be healthy. They're not free. They're prisoners. They cannot practice their religion. They cannot criticize their government. They can't criticize the prison guards, but by golly, they can read and write and they've got a long life. Ha ha! You've done a lot, Mr. Castro. How many bodies did you have to walk over? How much blood did you have to wade through to get this utopia where so many people are smart and they live a long life in their shackles?